hungry inventions, the Spurtle, which we know, and what we're calling the strainer Spurtula?
Strainer Spurtula, made and inspired by the popularity of sheet pan dinners. We wanted something that would be perfect for a sheet pan. As you can see over here, the sheet pan, we have a salmon. Excuse me.
Of course.
And by the way, hi, David, how are you?
Hello, nice to see you.
We have a salmon dinner with some lovely new potatoes and some broccolini. We invented this piece. As you can see, if you zoom in here, there's a beveled edge at the end, plus edges on the side all around that kind of acts as a shovel motion. You get in one fell swoop, you lift up your dinner, come over here to the plate, and you serve. And that's really what inspired this piece, the prevalence of sheet pan dinners. And one thing more while we're on this piece, many of us at home have air fryers. The air fryer basket is another piece that we thought we had in mind when we made this piece. We knew it could get right into the air fryer basket and pick everything up. Again, why do we have the perforations? The perforations act as a straining function. We go right here and I can show you these sausage and peppers we have right here. Summertime wouldn't be complete in my household without sausage and peppers. And it's great because you pick it up out of this pan and all this fat that is rendered just drips right out from the bottom. We don't bring it with us to the pan when we serve. And that's one of the reasons we love this piece.
Now, it does come in boxes, so if you're thinking about buying a couple of these and popping them away in your gift closet, never too early to do that.
Never too early.
Tell us about the history of the Spurtle.
Well, David, as you may have heard once or twice in the past, it was invented in the 16th century for stirring oatmeal. And you can see from this piece, all this surface area right here is perfect for getting into the corners, the nooks and crannies of a pan.
And the original Spurtle was made of wood.
It was made of wood originally, that's right. And we invented a piece that had a solid nylon core with a silicone covering. This piece, if you can see the curved edges, is really invented to get right into the edge of the pan so you don't leave any food, any little piece of anything behind. We're all about frugality, we're all about multi-use, we're all about functionality. And one of the things that we use as a mantra with our Mad Hungry business is the mantra of multifunctionality. So this piece can get right in there, it can stir, it can scoop, it can serve, it can smash, it can do all the S's. Another thing I love to do with our Spurtles, if we just zoom out a little bit, is we can get peanut butter sandwiches. Another thing that this piece is great for is to get into certain jars, whether it's mayonnaise or jelly or peanut butter. You go in there, you get a big scoop out, and we have our not quite powder Tar Heel blue Spurtle spreading. It's a little bit like those enemies down the road, but we're not gonna say the team that shall not be named down Tobacco Road. But we can just smear to our heart's content.
Down 15501, in case you're wondering.
That's right, down 15501, State Road 15501. So we have our peanut butter sandwiches. We can do them assembly line style. Another great thing we can do with the original Spurtle piece. Oh, and David, one thing I should mention about this silicone Spurtle is we haven't had a silicone original Spurtle this size in over a year. So if you are interested in a Mad Hungry original silicone Spurtle, this is the place to get it. And
it goes in the top rack of your dishwasher, unlike the wooden ones.
Unlike the wooden ones, which you should hand wash and love, and mineral oil, which I do all the time at home, but it is, the convenience factor for a silicone Spurtle cannot be beat. Here I am folding, I'm making mousse, and one of the things you use is you keep the air and you fold, as my mother Lucinda always teaches me. This doesn't look too pretty, so I'm going to move on from that and move on to another thing that this piece does so well is pick up, like I said, anything hot. So here I have a croque monsieur looking deal. I get in there and I can pick it up easy. I got the long handle, so I'm not too not too close to the hot implement. And yeah, it's just such a fun piece. We love it so much, and it's one of these things that we think can always be a use to anyone's kitchen.
We also have colors. I was looking behind me to see if they were back here, and they are, from the Snake It Would Have Bit Me department. This is the set of gray. We also have the set of blue. We have the set of red. And on QVC.com, we can show you the light green. Most limited is the light green. All of your colors will come in these beautiful Mad Hungry boxes. So if you're looking to pick up more than one of these, why not? At a clearance sale price of $17.99, maybe it would be important to pick up more than one.
Absolutely.
And pop one in your gift closet.
I couldn't agree more. And if you look at the reviews, this has been very popular with the customer because one of the things with the Mad Hungry pieces, the proof is really in the pudding, and sometimes you don't really know what you have until you get them in your hand. And I know from my friends here at QVC, I've had so many people come up to me and tell me over the years that they have their Spurtles in their drawers, they give them away, and because once you have a Spurtle, you see how useful it is. It goes back to that mantra of multifunctionality. Again, this piece right here, it's meant to do so many different things, but most importantly, it works. It does what's advertised. And it's made for hard-working kitchens and people who really use their kitchens, just like you, David.
Exactly. This is why something like this becomes so important. There's not a day that goes by when I'm cooking that my hands don't touch a Spurtle. I have a lot of them in my kitchen. This works out really nicely if you are stirring, sauteing, scraping, whatever you may be doing.
Smashing,
serving, all those S's. This is going to be important. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Remember, it does come in a box, so if you want to pick up more than one of these, just toss a couple boxes in your gift closet, because it's never too early for fa la 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 la. All right, Calder Quinn, thank you, sir.
Mr. Venable, take care.